ドジャースはフレディ・フリーマン内野手が左肋骨の怪我でスタメンを外れると発表しました。当初は3番1塁で先発予定とされ、試合前にはフリー打撃も行っていましたが、最終的に出場を見送る形となりました。また体調不良だったムーキー・ベッツ内野手はすでに米国へ帰国しており、この試合を欠場します。大谷翔平が1番 DH で出場する開幕戦では MVP トリオのうち2人がスタメンを外れることとなりました。ロサンゼルスの地元放送局スポーツネット LA ではこの日の大谷翔平への期待が最高潮に、試合前の番組では何度も大谷に関する話題が取り上げられ、大きな注目を集めていました。この熱狂の様子を日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。また大谷選手の第2打席にはカーショーが実況解説席で今永昇太と大谷翔平の打席を実況してくれました。2人について語るカーショーも合わせて日本語字幕でご紹介します。
Here we go, gentlemen. Season 12 of Dodger Baseball here on Sportsnet LA. This now traveling group of rock stars, Jerry, arriving in Tokyo. This should be a lot of fun the next couple days.
Yeah, must-see TV, Dodgers versus Cubs in Japan. And how about the job Mookie and Shohei did to open up the show and the season?
Well, it's exciting. It's opening day, and we have seen so far the energy in Japan has been off the charts, and I expect nothing different today.
It's got to be quite a scene there. 16 time zones away. It is a much more reasonable hour of the day, 6 p.m. right now in Tokyo. And that's where we find Kirsten Watson alongside Steven Nelson. Konnichiwa, Kirsten. Hi there.
John, konnichiwa from the Tokyo Dome. Can you believe it? It's opening day, and we are doing this in Tokyo, Japan.
I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. I hate using that word in sport, but it is just looking around here, fellas. It's really awe-inspiring, Kirsten. It's hard to believe that this is also kicking off the season. Like, we had 2 exhibition games. You know, opening day, domestic opening day is the 27th, so this one hasn't hit us quite yet.
Between the Dodgers and the Cubs, there are 5 Japanese star players in these organizations. Today, we've got Shota Imanaga facing off against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. We saw what Yoshinobu did last year, the impact he had on this organization. To see those 2 guys go against each other to make history, what does that mean just for Japanese baseball?
And they're former teammates, right? Just a couple years ago, part of Samurai Japan's run to a 3rd World Baseball Classic Championship. And I think it's historic, right? Up to this point, we have not seen 2 Japanese-born starters go against each other to kick off a major league season. And you have 2 of the more talented pitchers in the world happen to be Japanese and good friends that are toeing the slab. But the fact that we get show against show to kick off the show is pretty special with Imanaga against Ohtani.
Okay, so speaking of that, we've noticed that whenever Shohei is at the plate, it is silence in here. What are you expecting things to be like for that first at-bat?
Well, so for Dodger fans who watched the exhibition games, they saw that the home team, when they're in the field or pitching, it is eerily quiet. It feels like you're watching a golf broadcast. But then when the home team's at the plate, then it's raucous. The Oendan, the cheering sections are going crazy, the personalized chants. Now, these 2 games on the schedule are 2 Cubs home games. But Kirsten, we all know that it is not going to look, sound, or feel like that. It is going to be, I would say at best, a 90-10 split in favor of the Dodgers. So conventional wisdom would say, all right, it's going to be raucous for the Dodgers at the plate, but does the respect that they have for their home country star in Shota Imanaga, does that cancel that out? I have no idea. I don't know.
I think we're all in for a treat tonight. From the first pitch of this one to the end of this game, it is going to be remarkable. The atmosphere here, guys, it's incredible. I wish you all could be here to experience. I love what some of the guys were saying, that it's pretty much similar to what we saw in the World Baseball Classic or what a lot of guys experience in the Winter League is playing in Latin America countries. So Kike Hernandez, I think, maybe said it best. He wants this to feel like a party, and it's going to be his kind of party tonight. All right, guys, let's get back inside to you back in Los Angeles. But no, we're sending all
a very
the love.
different kind of party here in Los Angeles in our studio. But we're very envious of the two of you and all the people who are there at the Tokyo Dome. Kirsten and Steven, thank you very much. But you want to know just how big this game is in Japan? Arash Markazi from the Sporting Tribune tweeted this today. Tickets for Tuesday's opening day game between the Dodgers and Cubs at Tokyo Dome, nearly impossible to find. Less than 1% of the tickets are on the resale market. The cheapest ticket in the upper deck, $3,500. That's more expensive than the cheapest seat at the Super Bowl. That is incredible. Obviously, the Cubs, they have Imanaga, they have Seiya Suzuki, but the big draw in Tokyo is really this Dodgers team. We heard Steven talking about it, maybe 90-10 in favor of Dodger fans, Jerry, but more specifically, those three Japanese stars that Dodgers have, Shohei Ohtani, Roki Sasaki, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, they're all back home. It's a huge deal for their country and a huge deal for all three of these players.
Absolutely. Really welcome back for those three guys. And yes, the Big Show is the best athlete on the planet right now. He's in his prime. He's back home there in Japan. And it's no surprise to me. Okay, let me stop lying. It's probably a little surprise. We just saw the ticket price, $3,500 for the cheapest seat. But it's the Big Show. Yamamoto's taking the hill for game one. It should be an electric environment.
Well, yes, these stars are center stage over there. I mean, this is great for them, but this is just great for baseball, especially for MLB baseball. You know, obviously, we know the love of baseball they have over there in Japan. We've seen that over the years. We know the numerous Japanese stars that have come over to MLB and have performed and done well in an MLB uniform. But to see this many Japanese players going over there with the team like the Dodgers, having three stars going over there. Obviously, the Cubs have a couple of them as well. I think this is just really exciting, and I think this was also part of it, part of the bringing some of these guys to the Dodgers, say, hey, we're going to have an opportunity to go out there, go in Japan, go to your home country, put on this Dodger uniform, and go out there and play in front of them. So it should be really exciting.
That's a great point. Obviously, the Dodger brand is global, without a doubt. But for these players to be back at home, playing in that Tokyo Dome, as a Los Angeles Dodgers, something that they dreamed about when they were kids, 10, 12 years old, watching their favorite players grow up and play Major League Baseball. These guys got to now get a chance to wear that Dodger uniform at the Tokyo Dome. I'm sure they're experiencing chills right now.
Vince, let's talk about biggest storylines to start the season. Jerry, what is your biggest storyline going into 2025?
Well, listen, it's the best athlete in the world, the Big Show. He will be back on the mound sometime in mid-May to late May as a starting pitcher. We saw what he did last year in Dodger Blue at the plate, 50-50. Now, listen, he may get 50-50 a different way. 50 homers, 50 doubles. No 50 stolen bases because he's going to be pitching. But the Big Show will be on the mound. One of the best athletes we've ever seen.
And Nomar, your biggest storyline?
It's going to be health. I mean, and I know it's just say, well, everybody says that, and that's important to every team. But here we're talking about the Dodgers, and we're talking about a superstar lineup up and down from staff to position players. But really, it's going to be, I mean, currently the Dodgers have 9 guys on the IL, and they're all pitchers. And we know the injuries that they dealt with last year. So they need to stay healthy. You don't want to, you know, and then you also look at position players, too. You need those guys to be healthy as well.
Time to call your shot, brought to you by Southern California Toyota. Nomar, you are first up. Who you got? Game 1 of 162.
Well, you know, sometimes you go out there, you're preparing, you say, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to be ready when called upon, I'm going to go through my routine. I know I may not be starting, but guess what? He gets called, and he's going to be starting in there, Michael Conforto.
Okay.
He goes deep today.
Going deep.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that call shot. We heard the expense people have paid to watch this game tonight in Tokyo. I'm going with the big ticket, the Big Show. He has an epic night tonight to start up the season. Yes, he goes big fly off the canvas, off the wall.
Is he going to take deep the other show? Shota?
He may do a couple.
Show versus show crime?
A little show crime, and then obviously maybe the relief pitcher down the road.
Look who we got joining us in full uniform. You guys know this guy. Hi, Clayton.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me.
Of course. How's your Japan time going?
Man, it's been
your
a
whole
blast.
family, right?
Yeah, so great. Such a blast. This has been such a great experience. And I get to be a fly on the wall and kind of hang out, do my rehab and watch. And it's been a blast. I'm a once-in-a-lifetime experience for sure.
I know there was a lot of talk last year about the chemistry being a big part of the team did in the postseason and added emphasis on getting together. Is there a sense of that again to start this season? A trip like this helped galvanize a group?
Did you see what Shohei brought to the dinner in Yama and Roki, the tuna thing? That got on social media somewhere, right? That was amazing. Yeah. So, yeah, as far as like coming together, team dinners are great for that. But that was probably the coolest dinner I've ever been a part of, period. Just watching these guys just butcher a tuna right in front of us. It was amazing.
Bar is set high for when the team goes to Texas in a month or so.
Yeah, I'll just get a cow up there.
Right.
Yeah. Happy Easter, guys. Yeah, it'd be perfect. Been impressed with both these guys throwing. Imanaga's got his fastball's got a lot of life to it, a lot of swing and misses on the heater. You know, it's 93, 94, but guys are having a tough time catching up to it. And then that pitch right there is pretty great too. A good split.
It's his second strikeout, one away in this third inning.
So what kind of mindset do you have to have, though, to be ready to go in the middle of March and just prepping for that? I mean, as a pitcher, doesn't it, I don't want to say it screws up your season, but doesn't it mess things up? Or
it's a little more challenging. I mean, you know, Yama did it last year from Korea, and, you know, I did it in Australia 10 years ago, so it's a little different, but...
Man, it's been awesome seeing Ohtani here in Japan. You know what kind of impact he's got across the globe. What kind of fan attention there is, but
that's the heater right there. Like that, it says 92, but that plays a lot harder than 92. And it looks so good. You know, it's right at the belt, and guys feel like they can get to it, and we're just having a tough time catching up to it right now. But maybe we'll get him here. It's a split again. Yeah, Shohei's just the impact he has globally on the game of baseball. I mean, we all know that he's the best player in the game. We all know, like, he's super famous in Japan. But until you come over here and experience it, like you said with the green, he is literally on every billboard here, and it's a crazy experience.
On this 1-2 from Imanaga, Ohtani leaves it upstairs.
You bought any of the products he's pushing yet or not?
I had some. I probably have. I don't even know.
Right.
But yeah, it's definitely everywhere.
Wow! Rifled to second, caught by Birdie.
I wouldn't throw that to him. I think that was the slider, and he can hit that middle speed really good. He roped that ball right there.
If you were throwing to Ohtani, how would you get him out?
Yeah, I mean, thankfully I can say this now because I'll never face him again. Yeah, we're done with that. But it was a lot of you got to really hit that down and away pitch with the heater. I don't throw the ball up very much, but up you can kind of go to if you got the velo. But the middle speed pitches, like the sliders, changeups, stuff like that. So I threw him curveballs. I didn't throw him a ton of sliders. And, you know, you leave that, 85, 88 mile an hour pitch in the middle of the zone, it's a good chance it's over the net for sure.
Suzuki. I tell you, Yamamoto's feeling froggy, isn't he? 94 with the splitter.
Yeah, he is the most efficient, prettiest throw I think that I have seen in a long time. Like, you watch him play catch and throw long toss, it's the exact same throw that he takes to the mound. And I tell my 8-year-old, I was like, just watch him throw. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is how you're supposed to move. And yeah, it's coming out. The heater's really good tonight, and the split, I don't know how you throw a split 94 and make it move like that. So that's pretty nice to have.
You got a splitter.
Yeah, I think I threw it twice last year. Yeah, that was fun.
94. No, we wasn't quite 94.
I'm throwing 86 in bullpens, Joe. We're just trying to get back. We're just trying to get back on the mound right now.
Where are you at?
Yeah, we're coming along. I've thrown 4 or 5 times off the mound, so yeah, it actually feels okay. So hopefully next couple months we'll get there.
I saw you got to play catch with Yamamoto and with all was it before one of the exhibition games?
Yeah, they let me know I wasn't ready yet. Watching catch with Yamamoto, like he was back at the cannon sign in right center, just firing balls on a line with no effort, and I was just breathing out of my mind trying to make it halfway there. I needed a cutoff man,
right.
So but it's really fun to watch him play catch, and Yama's a great dude, awesome to have on our team.
Kyle Tucker with a runner at second and one away, leaves that one upstairs. I was going to ask you for a little window into his personality. We get to see it some, but what's he like inside the clubhouse?
He's a lot of fun. He likes to have fun. He likes to hang out with the guys. I think he's a lot more comfortable this year. I can't imagine going to a new country and learning everything and trying to pitch on top of it. So, and he got hurt last year too. So there's just a lot of stuff last year that he was working through. And for him to come back the way he did in October and have a full off season and now get to know the guys that much better. I think we all really appreciate Yama. I think he's had a lot of fun with us in the clubhouse, and he likes to joke around, have a good time, and so it's fun.
Do you mess around with the Japanese baseball, and how different is it?
Yeah, I have felt it a little bit. It's definitely smaller. It feels a little bit tackier. It's a good ball to throw, for sure. Yeah, good ball to throw. I don't know if the hitters would love it, but it's a good ball for us, for sure.
Takes a rip and comes up empty. The oohs and ahs with every swing. The hush falls over the stadium, but then no matter what he does, gasps from the crowd. The anticipation. And another swing and a miss, 0-2.
Well, you've got all the cameras up too, the phones focused on Ohtani right now.
Spinning him with the first 2 pitches. He was at a small restaurant during one of the exhibition games, and Ohtani was at bat up on TV in the corner, and the waiter stopped, pulled out his phone, and filmed the TV. And he said he films all of Ohtani's at-bats. Scorched to the right side, and it's Ohtani that's provided the first hit for the Dodgers. Pages goes first to third, and he delivers for these fans as he always does. 107 off of the bat of Shohei Ohtani. Oh, Shohei Ohtani, so hot right now. Everywhere, in every form, including in the batter's box to lead off the night. He's 1 for 4 in his first game as a big leaguer back in his home country. He singled in the 5th for the Dodgers' first hit of the day and came in to score. Dodgers up 3-1. Top of the order here against Ryan Brazier. 54 home runs and 59 stolen bases in his Dodger debut. A 3rd MVP in 4 seasons. And what does he have in store for year 2? Which he opens in Japan. Now we know that he's set to restore his 2-way pursuit. He's already exceeded Babe Ruth in his longevity doing that. Down the line, his 2nd hit of the ball game. This one goes to the wall. Ohtani starts the 9th with a double. His 2nd hit of this ball game, and his 2nd one clocked at 107 miles per hour. It was fun last year to watch that evolution, right? To watch him allow himself to be himself more as the year went on, as he got more comfortable with his new team. And also was invigorated by playing meaningful games deep into the year. First time that he'd done that in the big leagues. When we talk about the obsession with practice, practice is sacred. Baseball, very serious thing in Japan. That's a good thing, but it's also worthy of criticism too, in that there's not a ton of emotion shown historically from Japanese players. Base hit to left field for Hernandez will score Ohtani. Ohtani from an early age, though, was taught to be free to show his emotions, be free to have fun, that this is a game. He loved it as a kid, and he was encouraged as a kid to feel free to show that, feel free to enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with that. So that smile that you see with him on base there that you pointed out, EK, that was fostered.
I think we first saw a glimpse of it in the World Baseball Classic. You know, the emotion, the compassion, all those. And in a crazy sort of way, I think some of the things that happened at the beginning in spring training allowed for him, or forced him, to have to be more, I don't know, deal with his teammates more, interact with, and as he became more comfortable, again, he started to show his emotion. He started to show his excitement. I think he was more in tune with his teammates than he had ever been at any previous time. And it was very similar to the WBC. That's what I felt as a fan. I thought it was great to watch him. It makes me appreciate him even more, because he is enjoying things. It's not just, oh, I got to go out here and do this again.
Well, here's a guy that none of us ever could understand what it's like to do what he does, but when you see the human side of him, it makes him relatable.
Yeah.
Right? As relatable as a superhuman player like him can be. And we talked about this as he chased down 50-50 last year, but when he allows us to see ourselves in him, when he smiles and when he has fun, that lets us dream that we can do whatever we want to do, whatever that is. We're not going to hit 50 home runs and steal 50 bases in a major league season, but We can set our aim high and chase it. He's human. We are too. And the more he shows that, the more relatable he is. And the more enjoyable it is to watch him.
He's also just better than everybody.
No doubt.
I mean, it just is.
You know what you're talking with the interpreter gone.
Yep.
The gatekeeper's gone.
Yep.
Right? And he had no choice but to let his guard down a little bit. And then there's the galvanizing aspect of it. That happened really early on, and gatekeeper's gone. Best buddy of his is gone. He had no choice but to kind of do a trust fall into his teammates.
I mean, who would have ever thought at the time that that was probably the best thing that could have happened? I mean, I don't think you would have seen that as a prediction, but certainly it's played out that way.
No, it was not looking good there those early days in Korea.
It'd been a tough time explaining to anybody. No, this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes. This is going to be good for the Dodgers.